Hello everyone and welcome back to Farming Center 2022. We're back here on Elm Creek with Grober Games. Today we're gonna get back to planting. There was a few neighbors that I picked up a few contracts from some neighbors to do some sowing contracts down in field 3637. Right now we're gonna grab our fertilizer spreader here quick and we're gonna finish fertilizing our two excuse me. Our two our not two fields, but our get download the line unloaded here. Our barley fields in the back. We got a neighbor who wants wheat and I think another one who wanted barley. I'll have to double check here quick. Yeah, one needed wheat and one needed barley, so that's what we're gonna be doing here, and then we'll probably be moving into the next month. But first I want to get the second round of fertilizer down for our winter barley back here, so that way it's ready to go, and that way it's pretty much all we'll have to do is probably do some weed control later on in this season, but I think we're going to be sitting pretty good right now. Oh yeah, that's right. I always forget that when you when you like till in like prairie grass or do a new custom field border, it kind of gets a little wonky with the second rate of fertilizer just because it's already got one stage of fertilizer on it in some areas. So that's kind of why it's looking a little goofy there. Yep, there's the split in the field. But yeah, that's kind of what we got planned out for the day here. The rest of the tillage can wait till spring, so that way we got some residue on the topsoil, so that way we can help prevent erosion a little bit. I guess one thing I could do, but I rather wait to do till we get like a no-till drill or something like that, is could be doing like some people call it catch crop, or we call it like cover crop around here. Basically we just seed a bunch of oilseed radish or tillage radishes, stuff like that, put it in the ground, and then it'll help retain nutrients, and then it'll put some more natural organic nutrients into the ground when we till it next season for our next crop. So, but like I said, for now I think we're gonna just keep away from that, just cause don't really have the equipment to. We do have the equipment. It's just that not the most convenient way of handling it right now. So one thing I'm going to do here too before we get too far along is we're already down to a third of a tank of fuel already in our tractor again. We have put quite a few hours on this machine since we bought it, and we still haven't got a second one yet. Granted, we haven't really had a need for a second tractor yet, but this class has been a really good tractor. But let's get this backed away. But we'll go pick up our drill here quick. We'll go get the two neighbors' fields planted for them, and I'll have to make sure I get the right fields planted with the right stuff. Otherwise, it'll be a little hard to explain. Oh, careful not to put one wheel into the pit here. Grab that. And we'll go where we head over. We'll run over quick and we'll get some diesel fuel here from the fuel station. Kind of boggles my mind those pumps back there don't work. You would think they would. Just because they're already there, I don't think it would have taken too much more to program them to be able to fill up like right here. Almost $278 for fuel and $800 for a bag of seeds. So, but yeah, that's what we're going to be doing, and then I think after that we'll head into the next month. Oh, that's one thing I should check here quick too, is prices on everything. I'm not gonna lie, I have been kind of scatterbrained lately with watching the markets. Canola, $738. Oh. We might. The high is 700. Well, it's. I think we could get more yet. The trend is like late November. Is the month of November for canola, so hopefully that will rebound for us. And let's see here. Check our eggs. I always scroll past it. Should know better by now that the eggs is towards the top. There we go. So about 1,400. So yeah, we could still hang on to eggs for a bit. It looks like the peak month is July almost. Great demand of gold crest. That's for what though? Oh, okay. They have a great demand for wheat. Okay. Sadly, we don't have much, and I don't think it's worth it, especially since the wheat's kind of our backup to our barley for now, for feed. In fact, we'll probably actually end up feeding off the wheat just because with the few thousand liters we have, I just don't think it's going to be worth it in the long run for us to haul in that few thousand liters just for a little extra change. I think we're better off just hanging on to it and keeping it. Excuse me. For the chickens today. But yeah, we'll head on over. Looks like we got there'll be quite a bit to do. And we'll jump into the time lapse here and we'll go from there. Hopefully the month of October will have quite a bit going on for us to help our neighbors with harvesting this year, because I'll tell you what, it's kind of weird to be in fall and have none of our own crops to harvest just because of the way it is around our area. But yeah, we'll jump into the time lapse here and we'll see you guys in a bit.
same. If I close my eyes, maybe I'll feel you again. Hey, relight the flame. Draw it out with your hands.
All right. We are in the month of October finally, everyone. Got all the planting done for the neighbors. They were very appreciative of it. Let's get the dog fed here this morning. One of the things I haven't checked that we're going to check right away this morning is see how our feed situation's doing for the chickens. I haven't checked on them for a bit. Looks like they got 3,600 liters yet. We're starting to get eggs to pile up over here, and the other place I haven't checked in a bit is the greenhouse. And we're still doing good on water for the greenhouse. We're about 1,100 liters left, so we're sitting pretty good. Let's get these eggs just stacked back here, so that way we don't have the thing telling us that there's not enough space for the pallets to spawn. So yeah, I think when we do finally decide to sell our eggs, we're going to be sitting pretty good. We should check on the prices of everything again, because I remember canola was getting up there. Let's see here. Used market, nothing really worth it for us. A little gated, but don't really have a need for one yet. Let's see. 150 bucks for canola, so it's going up yet. Question is, do we wait till November to see what happens, or do we haul all our canola in now because we only got 12,000 liters? No, we're gonna wait another month. We're gonna chance it. So I think that's what we're gonna do there. I haven't seen what the neighbors are calling for help this morning. Let's see what's going on out there. Got a few fertilizing contracts, one baling one. And we got a few neighbors who need help harvesting again this year. 24 and 25 are the two fields. Where are those fields at? There's 24 way up north. And 25's a good size field. I just don't know if I really want to do that, or if I should just pick up all these fertilizing contracts and see where we go. Get with those and go from there. That might be the best option right now, I think. And pick up all these fertilizing contracts, 70, 77, and 38. 38's kind of the goofy field. 70, we've helped them quite a few times. And what was the other one? 78? 77. 77's way down south. I think that's what we'll do. We'll pick all of those up. We'll get our row crop tires on here quick. Kind of nice having the tractor out clean, but then you can kind of see all the imperfections start to shine through. All the paint's starting to wear off. Let's see. Got twins. Arrow tires. And we'll grab that. We'll have to run to town and pick up some more fertilizer, because I'm almost certain we do not have enough. It looks like our winter barley's starting to come in pretty good. Let's grab that. I guess one of the other things too is Chuck was talking to me about the other day. Oh, keep forgetting there's no driveway there anymore. I guess I did use that driveway a lot more than I realized. But Chuck was talking to me the other day, and he said there was a new type of spreader in stock that he thought I might be interested in. It's a little bit more precision based, which would be actually good once we can start getting soil sampling and stuff like that from our neighbors and be more precise with our application. And it's kind of, I think it's kind of like an air boom setup, he said. And so what an air boom is, it's basically, it's got like the same thing as a sprayer boom, but it's got a line leading through it all. And basically what it is that it uses air to blow all the fertilizer out, and it's kind of a wingspan. And he says the downside would be that we would be covering less width, but I think in the long run, just to have that extra precision of where we need to put fertilizer and such would be better. I should actually check the market quick and see what the price was on it, just to think about that. Fertilizer spreaders, there they are. Woo! That's definitely what he was talking about. Yeah, as you can see, like in the tubes there, it's got a tube set up for all the air booms and such. But that's a lot of money. I don't even think if we sold our old spreader, if we would even have enough. No, we wouldn't even be close. So I think it's best for us to hold off from doing something like that for now. Oh, that was a little goofy. Grab 3 bags of fertilizer, because more than likely I'm going to need it all. One thing I should probably really do is invest into auto steer for this tractor, just because it would save us. It would definitely make us more efficient when we're applying fertilizer. But I also don't want to spend 15 grand yet, especially with us still having so much to invest into. Try and decide. I think it might be best for us to hit field 38 first, and then we'll come back around, hit 70, and then go to 77, because 77 will take the least amount. And I don't know. Well, actually, I forgot. I got that new mod that tells you what you should need for amounts for fertilizers for each field, and I could check that here quick. We'll check that when we get to field 38 here. But yeah, there's a new mod that basically tells you what you need for amount for lime, slurry, manure, and dry fertilizer to get the whole field basically covered. So as soon as we get to field 38 here, I'll pull that up just so we can have a rough estimate of how much we need, because that'll tell me if I should make another trip back to the shop before heading down to 77 or not. I keep forgetting which menu is it in. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we got fields 38. 1,000 liters. Field 70. So, in theory, we should be pretty darn close. So, 280 they say there. 1,750. And I think this was... Okay, so in theory, as long as they don't overlap too much, we should have more than enough to cover all these fields, but I'm a little skeptical of it yet, so we'll just have to find out and see. We'll jump into the time lapse here. I think when we finish all 3 fields, it'll probably call it an episode for the day, and we'll have to check in from there. So we'll see you guys at the bit.
the same. If I close my eyes, maybe I'll see you again. I've crossed to the other side. I turn my promises into lies. Glow until the morning light. Falling in your arms tonight. Strange, but it feels so right. So right, so right. I know tonight will never last. I feel how it's faded fast. Two hearts from a cloudy glass. Never last, last, last. Glow until the morning light. Falling in your arms tonight. Strange, but it feels so right. So right, so right. Glow until the morning light. Falling in your arms tonight. Strange, but it feels so right. So right, so right. I know tonight will never last. I feel how it's fading fast. Two hearts from a cloudy glass. Never last, last, last. All I ever wanted was you, but you left me alone inside these empty, broken walls. And I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious. I know that you left me alone inside this empty, broken hall. And now you'll be the reason why my soul is tainted. Somebody help me, 'cause I'm feeling trapped and I don't know what to do. There's no one to save me from this hurt I feel deep within my bones. Did you ever think of me and see the things I did? Sold my soul and everything, I was to the lowest bid. Crawled into your poison dog yet every single time. You got into my mind, you got into my mind. But all I ever wanted was you. But you left me alone inside these empty, broken walls. And I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious. I know that you left me alone inside this empty, broken hall. And now you
All right, I think we're getting to the point we're about to wrap this episode up. I'm going to finish this last field here quick. It shouldn't take too long. I think looking at the mod, I think it would have been accurate, but the issue is my overlapping, and as you could probably tell from the video of the first field, I got way off track somewhere, and I had to go quite a bit back around the edge to figure out what I had to get covered yet for fertilizer. But you know, it's bound to happen, especially when I'm just manually driving versus when reality most things have precision or GPS on it nowadays to keep track of everything of where you've gone and such. But yeah, I think, like I said, I think this will be the last of this episode today. When we come back, I'm not sure if we'll move into the next month of November, or if we'll try to see if there's some more work to be done out there. I'm thinking about maybe doing that corn harvest contract just because I don't think we've done corn. I know we've done sunflower, but the part of me is kind of leaning away from it because it'll take at least probably an episode with the size of the equipment we'll be using. So that's why I'm kind of leaning away towards it. I know there was another smaller one that we could do with our own equipment, which is kind of a more satisfying thing to do in my opinion. Just because it will be covering stuff with doing work with our own equipment. It's just a little more satisfying. I don't know why or how to explain it. It just is. Should this contract be done? 99%. So where's that last percent? Wow, I am just all sorts of off today with fertilizing. Oh, yeah, way off. But yeah, if you, anyways, if you guys did enjoy this episode, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe so you can stay up to date. I'm kind of like last few episodes I've been talking about No Man's Land. I kind of have the map set up now. I just haven't committed to it yet, just because I'm trying to get. After the recording issues I kind of talked about a few episodes ago, they're still happening. I'm trying to get caught back up, and I think YouTube's been having a few issues. It feels like with when I upload videos that I get like stuck in an infinite like loop of being checked. Second, I thought that was one of the collectible toys on the around here. But yeah, so if you enjoyed, please subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with everything. Above all else, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And most of all, thanks for watching.